Well, hello, and we're back on another episode of the SoapyRao show. That's where it's all at, my friends. And I'm wondering what's going on in your lives right now because it's the Olympics. Are you watching the Olympics, bro? No. It's so weird, in fact, to start this episode on a pretentious note. I don't understand. Why is it pretentious? If I'm talking about what my interests are, why is it pretentious? I genuinely like reading books about Rome, ancient Rome. And does it make me pretentious or someone who seeks knowledge, someone who's in the pursuit of, the enrichment of their soul? And that sounds pretentious. Actually, maybe this is just a narrative in my head that I just constantly have back and forth with myself and arrive at the conclusion with myself on my own, and I kind of judge myself by myself through myself and eventually end up talking shit on this episode. Hey, if you're a first time listener, I've got something for you. Welcome. If you're a regular, of course, you know how this works. I'm not one of those guys like, come on, like, share, subscribe, like, subscribe. You have a mind of your own. You have the willpower. You have your own set of decisions that you're going to do irrespective of me telling you or not. So go ahead and live your life. No, it's not coming. You thought I'm going to have that pause. Wait for it. Which show was that? Wait for it. How I Met. Yeah. Your mother. How about your motherfucker? How about your motherfucker? Yeah, I'm doing both video. I love how people say video and audio. So this might be a snippet if you're looking at it right now. Mr. Somnath, this is the point to cut it. So I'm looking into the camera. It's just such a fuck all thing. Hey, this is your point to cut for the IGTV, LGBT, or the real. Why am I shouting? The mic is still here. Yeah, this is the point at which you cut. No, you don't have to cut it here. There may be a better point in the episode which might be cut-worthy. And that's when you use it for this. I'm just making you listen to the whole episode. Is it here? No? Is it? Just having a little conversation. Say hi to Somnath, guys. He's the guy helping me with this podcast. The global phenomenon that is the SoapyRao show. TSR. The SoapyRao. TSRS. That sounds like a bus travels. TSRS. Going from Kundapur to Bididi. TSRS. I should probably start a bus travel service. TSRS. Vistadome. So cool. If you guys aren't from the region where I'm referring to, it's the South Canara region, I think Dakshina Karnataka, that's what they call it. And it's beautiful. It's this Ghat section. It's a lot of greens. Especially spinach and bok choy. Greenery, that's what I meant. If you have no clue what that Dakshina Karnataka is, it's a part in the state of Karnataka in India, because a lot of my listeners, especially the ones in the UAE and in Qatar, aren't really aware of this. But it just, I have to do the Malayali joke. It's down up the coast from where you guys are. Anyhow. But yeah, it's a part in South India, and my family, my ancestors come from close by in that area. I mean, not close by to the mountain or to the thing, but they're from the region. I'm from that region. I'm from that region. And there's a new train service which is going from Bangalore called the Vistadome. It's a coach attached to a train service, not just the entire train service called Vistadome. Maybe it is. Who knows? I don't do enough research. I just know a little bit so I can start talking, but not enough to draw a sort of compelling conclusion or leave a very long-lasting opinion. But I like it that way because it keeps me out of trouble. It gives me enough just to go on for a shorter episode, but it doesn't make me sound like an expert or an ignorant cunt at the same time. So Vistadome is these bogies. I love those words, bogies, which have a vista of this thing, this train journey which goes to the Ghat section. I didn't know. When I was a kid, I used to call it the guard section, Guard, guard section. I was like, yeah. But my condition was my only disability. It still isn't. So the Vistadome, yeah, it's this thing where you can overlook, and it's of course very well planned. It's during the day. Yeah. I genuinely asked someone, is it a day train or a night train? They're like, yeah, we're going to let you, enjoy and discover your other disability. So, where was I? The Vistadome, yeah, that's happening. That's, why did I even come up with that? Bogey. No clue why I come up with some things. You're probably like, that's the fucking, go back to that point. What is the point? Let me get, but I don't know. Now I have video. I can't look like, what was I talking about? Can I do that? Yes, we were talking about when to cut this, right? The video. That wasn't the. Yeah, you can probably figure out now how I find associations and go back to earlier thoughts. This could be the game on this particular episode of the SoapyRao show. Is how does he find the connection and go back, or sometimes how can he not see it? It's so obvious. Don't make fun of me. Yeah, yes. We started with that, the Rome and the ancient books. Fuck, I'm completely lost on this. Anyhow, I'm going to start from there. Yeah, the strange thing is while we have the Tokyo, that's just wrong, Sundeep. While in the Tokyo Olympics going on, and people are like, oh, the gold and the medals, and right now in Rome, people are actually medaling. But I'm reading a book where there's the Olympics. Nah, not really. Yeah, it's by the same author. It's Wilbur Smith. No, he didn't even write things. Fuck, I'm completely confused. That's Bernard Cornwell. Sorry, I'm sorry for you historical fiction buffs. Bernard Cornwell is great. There's another guy called, what's his name? Simon Scavro or Scavro? Simon. He has that Centurion series. Manchurian is the chicken Manchurian, and chicken Centurion, that's the Italian version. It's actually just like, chicken with Parmesan. It's the chicken Centurion. You guys, if you don't get it, in India we have a very famous dish called the chicken Manchurian, and also they make it out of cauliflower called the gobi Manchurian. Again, I digress, and let me see if I can remember this time to go back. But yeah, the reason, okay, I'm going to start the Manchurian thing, but the reason I mentioned is I was reading that book, and in that the Olympics started there. It started in Greece, and there's this guy called Adam Nestos. That's one of the series. It's not again. Fuck, it's not Bernard Cornwell. That's Christian Cameron. CC. He makes cars as well, 1500 cc. But his books are set in BC. Yeah, strange. Was it early AD? I don't know. Maybe early AD was just before BC. But CC, that's Christian Cameron, had the series. Adam Nestos, and they covered the Battle of Marathon, where the guy Philippides ran from the battlefield to this place of Marathon, thereby fucking up everyone's news feeds multiple times a year with marathons. Oh, the HSBC Marathon, the Boston Marathon. No one attacked this guy when he ran in marathon, but he ran so hard that he died. Imagine if that was the case with most marathon runners. And no offense to marathon runners. I think you guys are doing a great deed. Just fucking add a delivery service to your run. And that way everyone's life is easier. Go, go, go. Run, forest. Run to the woods. See the woods for the forest, or see the woods for the trees, or see the forest for the trees. Whatever it is. But this is what happened. Marathon started because Philippides, the prick, he was known as that, Philippides the prick. He was cousin of Euripides, the idiot. Just fucking up your Greek mythology and your Greek history. But yeah, CC wrote that, and that marathon happened. And what's happening now as well is the Olympics, of course, is a sporting event which a lot of people got to. They basically oiled their bodies. They didn't have, I don't think that country, it was just one country, Greece, where they had Greek soldiers participating. I think a few states within the Grecian Empire. So they have different states coming together. And now, of course, they have everyone across the world. Chinese people, Indian people doing Greek things like, and I think the Indians can, because we have as many gods and as many symbolic relations, significances of each of these gods. The god of water, the god of fire putting out water, the god of fire engines, the god of firemen. So a lot of good things there. But yeah, these guys competed in armor. They had running races. Yeah, they had even Coco. Coco was a part of the first Olympics by the Greeks. Yeah, they were go, and then the Spartans would be like oh. I don't think Spartans sounded so constipated. Oh, that hurt. I don't think you've ever heard a Spartan say that as well. That hurt. Movie 300 will be very different, right? The Persian Empire, Xerxes. Xerxes, he also liked chicken Centurions. He's approaching the battle, and he's approaching the gates of Thermopylae. That hurts. I don't think you'd instill too much fear in the Persian multitudes. So I don't know if you guys are watching it. People are doing things at the Olympics. I don't know any no doping scandals yet, but they're very proud of themselves. And of course, some news. I think countries are taking the knee in protest of their country's racist practices. And my point is, dude, fucking taking the knee. That would be have a very different connotation and meaning in the Paralympics. Just putting that out there. But these guys are taking the knee. and I have no clue what else is going on in the Olympics. I'm not really following it, just that it's empty. COVID concerns, and Japan just fucking did it because they didn't want to spend money. It's like one of those things like, dude, I'd rather have the party. I've already got the catering. I've already got the DJ. But honestly, I could have just fucking lost half the deposit. But the IOC, the Indian Olympic... Indian, that is Indian, but it's also, what is it? Oh, International Olympic Committee? I don't know. What? I don't know. It's Indian Olympic. I think the IOC. They were just like, we want our money back. And Japan's, but what money? Fucking, and that's the problem of bidding for the Olympics, right? You do it in so many years in advance that you don't even know if you'll be around when it comes. Like Maldives and all that. I don't think they should pitch for the Olympics because, like, fuck, supposed to have the Olympics. Where's the location for the Olympics in 2030? It was right there. It literally was like 2 seconds back, it went underwater. Like, I mean, I'm not saying the Maldives is, but they're the country. I heard, I could be wrong. I read that they've actually bought the equivalent of their landmass somewhere else. I don't know where. I don't know at all where. Maybe in Texas. Someplace they've just bought land. Like most people buy land for a home. These guys have bought land for their country. Fucking great. CC Lee there. Christian Cameron. IOC, of course, the Olympic Committee. They could have done that. Sister of AOC, which is some politician in America. If you didn't know that. Doing some American references. Fucking this guy's woke. Yeah, he took a knee as well. His friend lost a knee. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, covered a lot in this episode. Yeah, but I got back to ancient Rome, guys. Come on. There were some good ones. If you're an Indian, you got the chicken Centurion joke. If you're an American, you got the IOC, the AOC. Yeah. If you're a person who likes, if you're amputee-friendly jokes, then I got one, take the knee, give the knee. There's something for the whole family. If your family is fun and not extremely sort of got their, fingers up their asses about their own principles, like, oh, up the bum. Yeah, up the bum. So, anyhow, Somnath, I don't know what you're going to cut. Just don't cut. Anyhow, yeah, this is going on, the Olympics. Let me know what your thoughts on the Olympics are. Is it fair? Is it friendly? Is it fast? Is it furious? How are you in Japan, my friend, if you're listening to this right now? I don't know why the fuck you would watch something like the Olympics if you're in Tokyo and Japan and not go to those, beautiful, so beautiful spas. Yeah. On that note, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it hanging. Usually it's not in these spas. But enjoy yourselves if you're watching the Olympics. If you like reading, Uncle Rappy, like reading. Exactly. Last time was a Modi impression. Pegasus. Now it's Uncle Rappy. I told you a couple of times in this episode, my visual impairment isn't my only disability. So on that note, enjoy yourselves, and I'll be back on another episode of the SoapyRao podcast. He's going to bring some guests very soon when they agree to his emails. Are you guys too young for Scooby-Doo? I don't think you're ever too young for Scooby-Doo or too old for Scooby-Doo. Uncle Rappy, Jackie Scoobs. Smoke some weed. So till next episode, goodbye, God bless, and take care of yourselves. Sorry. Very sorry, guys. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.